So on June 25th, 2 months ago, on the death anniversary of Michael Jackson, Drake surpassed the Beatles on Billboard's Hot 100 for having more top 10 hits than the Beatles. So he has surpassed the Beatles, and now he's second only behind Madonna, who leads with just 38. So Drake now has a shot at surpassing Madonna as well at number one. But anyways, he recently celebrated by getting a tattoo of himself with the Beatles. The whole Abbey Road cover where Drake is ahead of the Beatles and he's waving in front of them. I'm sure a lot of Beatles fans find this as disrespect because they're like, Drake has the audacity to put himself ahead of the Beatles by waving at them. Like, haha, yeah, I surpassed the Beatles. They mean nothing now since I'm number two. That's probably what they're thinking. I don't think it's disrespect. I think Drake actually paid homage to the Beatles, but I think at the same time, this tattoo is of him all about himself for his celebration of surpassing them. I don't think this is out of disrespect. And I can understand why people see this as disrespect. And it's probably the reason why nobody likes the tattoo. Or they just think that Drake didn't need to do this tattoo, even though this is him celebrating. Honestly, I really don't care for the tattoo. I really don't think the tattoo was needed. I mean, I know it's his body and whatnot, but I don't think the tattoo of him with the Beatles on Abbey Road and he's waving at them was necessary. Like, why couldn't he just get a tattoo with the faces of the four members of the Beatles and with him? Why couldn't he just do that instead of the whole Abbey Road cover thing? That's just me. So that's great that Drake has accomplished surpassing them at number two. But does this mean that Drake is like better than the Beatles? Does this make him more superior all time? No, I don't think so. I mean, I think a lot of people would say that the Beatles are better musicians than Drake is as a rapper. Like I said, Drake is a horrible rapper. He's not that great. I don't see how anybody can see this guy all that talented or great. I just don't see it. He just seems like he's another Lil Wayne. He's pretty much a Lil Wayne 2.0. The Drake bot. Every time when he raps, he sounds like he's not trying hard enough. He sounds lazy, exhausted. It sounds like he's not putting enough effort into his music, you know, the heart and soul of it. And his music pretty much sounds the same. Like, he does have great beats for his songs, but it sounds like the majority of his music sound the same, just like all these other artists today. And it seems like most of his songs now are probably about his failed relationships, where he bitches and complains about the girl he lost and whatnot. And, you know, he'll probably say, I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries. It's like, Drake, seriously, shut up, please. You're doing too much, okay? Besides, you can't compare Drake to the Beatles. The Beatles are very iconic. That's like with the whole Migos saying that they're better than the Beatles. The Migos are not better than the Beatles. The Beatles are way better. And I'm sure a lot of people say that the Beatles' music is much better and is worth listening to than Drake's music. Besides, would people say that Drake will be listened to more in the next 5 to 10 years compared to the Beatles? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, the Beatles' music is still listened to today, and I don't think their music is going anywhere. People will still listen to their music more than Drake. I really think so. That's like saying Lil Wayne's music in the next 5 or 10 years will be listened to more than Tupac's music, which I think is bull. Tupac will always be listened more than Lil Wayne. The Notorious B.I.G. will be listened more than Rick Ross. Will Lady Gaga's music will still be listened to in the next 5 or 10 years compared to Madonna's? I don't think so. Okay, Drake's got nothing on the Beatles talent-wise. What's next? Even if Drake surpasses Madonna for number one on the Billboard's Hot 100, will people say that Drake all time is a better, more talented musician than Madonna all time, even in Madonna's prime? I don't think so. 2019 has definitely been treating Drake well. I mean, his Toronto Raptors won the NBA championship, and he surpassed the Beatles, where he's now second behind only Madonna on the Billboard's Top 100. Well, I must say he's having a better year than any of us. You know, for those who haven't had a great year so far in 2019, I know I haven't. Well, all this crap I got going on. That's all right. I go back to school in the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna make sure to pass these last two classes I got left. So I need to have all my subscribers have my back and be there for me. I mean it. This is no joke. I need this. I'm tired of this. Oh, and by the way, screw the all those trolls, the UTTP trolls on my Andy Mac series finale review. I saw them trolls, calling me gay and whatnot. I'm not gay, so I like women. So what the hell? And then they had the audacity to say the Andy Mac series finale review was a gay video. Why? Because you didn't care for Andy Mac? Just because you like Andy Mac doesn't mean you gotta say that my series finale review was gay. Like who do you think you are? And if you thought it was gay, then why'd you watch the video in the first place? That doesn't make any sense, you troll. Look, I'm not afraid of you guys. We need to stand up to these trolls so we can show them who's boss. Come get some. I ain't afraid of y'all. Y'all can kiss my grits. I ain't got time for these trolls. Hear me roar like a lion. So what do you guys think about Drake's tattoo with him ahead of the Beatles in the Abbey Road cover? Do you dislike the tattoo regardless if he's paying homage or whether he's disrespecting the Beatles or not? But I will say what was disrespectful was, I almost said Shake It Up, Nickelodeon's Game Shakers. It was the one of the new seasons. And towards the end where they show the credits, and it showed the four main cast members walking on the Abbey Road. I would say that's disrespectful. It's like, really? Why Game Shakers? Like, this was so disrespectful. Like, when you think of Abbey Road, you just think of the Beatles. You don't think of anybody else. Anyways, that's it. See you later.